The tour starts here at 11:25 a.m., 64 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 degrees Celsius. We are at Moonlight Beach, Encinitas, and right here at the beginning of our tour is this little sign, Amakusa, Japan's Sister City Program. And this was established in 1988 as part of an outgrowth of a major triathlon event. And then ever since that time, the city has sent delegates of students, nurses, firefighters, leaders, government officials, all to Amakusa to meet with counterparts and learn about their culture. And in exchange, they would have students come to California to learn about American culture. And they've been doing this for decades. And only Encinitas residents can apply. So let's just go ahead and go down this little trail and head towards Moonlight Beach. So just a little bit of history about Moonlight Beach is that it's deeply rooted in culture, and it all began because a moonlit picnic site in the 1900s was a spot where people would gather under the stars in the evening and have little gatherings. And then what happened is over the years, this began to evolve, and then Moonlight Beach became this quiet spot for locals. And then eventually it became a recreational spot. J.S. Pitcher is the name of the gentleman who added amenities in 1920, like a playground, bathhouse, boardwalk, and it just became a hub for social events after that. And today, it still is. There's so many really fun things to do here on Moonlight Beach. But what I want to do is just take a peek over here because I passed this sign and it was just this little sign. You cannot feed the squirrels at Moonlight Beach because it's a local regulation and community guideline. Wow, because they want to keep it family friendly and they want these specific rules to be maintained for the beach's environment and to protect local wildlife. Let's go ahead and kind of go closer to the water. Let's keep walking. And right here, there's some restrooms and rentals right here to the left. Once we get to the end of the walkway here, I'll scan around and show all of you that there's a concession stand, which I'll come back later and look at a little bit more in detail. But right now we'll just sweep across and look at where it is when you first enter Moonlight Beach. So here you are, you've got restrooms, rentals, and a little concession stand, a place to rinse off if you've got sand on your feet. There's a little parking area here. Pretty houses and a pretty sky today with lots of really interesting looking clouds over there. Well, let's go down this pathway towards the water. What's really neat about Moonlight Beach is that 4 Sundays in July and August, they have summer concerts here. It's twice a month in July and August, and it's run by the city's Cultural Arts Division. and they have different musical styles, bands like Latin jazz, country western, reggae, 80s music, 80s rock, and it's all on a state-of-the-art professional stage in front of this beautiful sandy beach that we're looking here. And people come and relax and bring their chairs and listen to the music. They also have movies in the park. So there's just all kinds of fun things to do here. Besides just sit and enjoy the water, there's so much to do. So here we are, Moonlight State Beach. We're getting a little closer view of the rentals. So you can have a rental for a surfboard or maybe a boogie board, and then you can come over here and you can pick up a snack. And I like snacks. I really do like snacks. And you can get breakfast, coffee, lunch, shaved ice. And let's just take a peek here at some of the menu items. You can even get like a pork plate here and a cup of coffee and some eggs even. Shaved ice, root beer, and then you can get your hot cocoa. See, there's hot cocoa and tea. And then you can go sit on the beach. You can't get a better deal than that. And then right when you're first walking towards Moonlight Beach and the sandy part of it, there's this little ravine, and it just has like a little gurgling brook of water, and it's just so pretty. I just had to take a film of it and just kind of look over it because it looks so peaceful, and it has this big rock. But earlier when I was driving in, I saw this little rock garden and this area where there was people kind of congregating and hanging out, and it just looked like an interesting spot. So I'm going to head back over there and look at that. So here's the rock garden, and it's so colorful, and it just looks like a lot of different people contributed their own painted rock for this rock garden. And I don't know if people here are visiting this rock garden and walking around, or if this is an official site where people come, like a museum of sorts. But it says good vibes and I will find my way. They have a little bee rock there. Just really pretty colors. I like this one. This one's really cute. So let's get back in the car and drive up the hill, because we can get a better view of the beach that we just toured if we go to the top of the hill. So here we are. So here's Moonlight Beach from the top of the hill. And the interesting thing is it has a stepway down to the beach from the top here where I drove. And they have benches that face the water, and it's very quiet. There's not a lot of people. And they have a lot of parking. And it was free. I just pulled in. Nobody charged me anything. And look at all of this parking. And then you can either walk down or you can park at the bottom. So anyway, let's just go on into the little town of Encinitas. And I ordered my favorite Peruvian empanadas to take home. So I want to pick those up. And I also want to show you my favorite boutique here in Encinitas. It's so cute. So let's go into this town which is only like a 4-minute drive from Moonlight Beach, right here next to it. Look at the clouds today. The clouds are so pretty today. And there's the Encinitas sign. Okay, it's not raining. I'm just going to clean my windshield because I promised not to have a spotty windshield. And I noticed because of the rain that it was still spotty. So let's pull down this street and find a parking so I can pick up my empanadas. But just a little bit about this coastal town of Encinitas. If you go back to the 19th century, it was originally inhabited by the Kumeyaay Native Americans. And then it later became part of the Rancho Las Encinitas land grant system. And then it was incorporated in 1986. So let's go ahead and park and then walk down the street and find the restaurant, which is called Quieros, and it's a Peruvian restaurant. And I just need to go in and remind them to put my order together, even though I called it in. And then we'll walk a little bit, show you my favorite boutique, and then we'll pick up the food to take home. This, I will tell everyone that this is my favorite spot, and I come here often. I love it right here. So here we are, Quieros Peruvian. Let's look at the little menu thingy here, and then let's go inside and let them know that I'm here. They have specials on certain days. Hey guys, I'm here to pick up my order. They have indoor and outdoor seating. And it looks like they're getting ready for lunch because they're putting out the little fresh flowers on the tables. They're getting ready for that. So anyway, I let them know about my order. They're going to keep putting it together. Let's go back outside. I thought this is really pretty on the floor. But let's go towards Coco Rose, which is the boutique I was telling all of you about. And it's a great place to get gifts. Like if you're here on vacation and you want to get some souvenirs, it's reasonably priced and you can get some really neat, unique pieces here. They have this. And they have jewelry, beautiful little rings and earrings and jewelry holders and bracelets and necklaces. I have a little pumpkin sweater and a flower sweater here. And I have purchased many little cute things in this shop, and I've not regretted any of the purchases. They've all been cute and wash well. I've bought little summer dresses, and I bought a sweater here that has embroidered flowers on it, and it's probably one of my favorite sweaters. They have a 50% off rack in the back, and that is where I usually head first. I just think this elephant's so cute. And they have a lot of little knickknacks, things you can use in your house as well, like kitchen, spatulas and spoons. They have stationery. I've bought a really neat journal here once that was covered in a like quilted material. It's really cute. Well, anyway, so leaving there, we're picking up the order and we're going to head back home. We're going to leave Encinitas and we had a beautiful tour today. Thank you for coming. Please like and subscribe, everyone. And I'm glad you came. Time to go back home. Until our next tour, mini tours to small places with Nessa on the go.